Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Maestro'S. In today's video, we're going to be going over the 2 best ways to utilize Maestro's gadget. Maestro gets 2 evil eyes, and these evil eyes serve as bulletproof cameras with lasers that you can use when you open the lens. The camera is bulletproof up until the point the lens is fully open, thus revealing the laser and exposing the camera to damage that could normally be done without a bulletproof casing. Proper utilization and placement of Maestro's evil eyes can win your team the round and turn the tides of the battle, forcing your enemy team into different areas of the map that they normally wouldn't take, and preventing enemy teams from breaching walls by zapping those breach charges right before they're used. So in today's video, I'm going to be demonstrating Maestro in the Protect Hostage game mode for Terrorist Hunt, as this allows me to best display the use of Maestro's gadget. So there are many ways to use Maestro's evil eye, but I think there are 2 ways in particular that brings out the most potential. Zapping the enemies with the laser beam may seem to be very useful, but just be wary, this only does 5 damage and it leaves your camera very vulnerable, as it takes a while to close the lens of the evil eye. Bring out the best of this laser by preventing breaches on the other side of reinforced walls or non-reinforced walls, depending on where your camera is placed, to stop the enemies from opening up new angles and getting a new point of entry into your objective room. Once zapping one of those thermite charges only leaves the enemy team with another thermite charge left to use, with the exception of having a Hibana on the enemy team. Denying one thermal breach may seem not like a lot to most people, but in reality it actually is, because that's one reinforced wall that they can't blow up. I cannot express how crucial this is for your team and how detrimental it is for the enemy team, as denial of breach is one of the ways to win rounds a lot easier. Just know that the enemy is likely to take note of the evil eyes placement as soon as you deny their breaching charge, and as soon as you get ready to deny them again, just make sure not to let them turn and destroy the evil eye as you're shooting their breach. Just remember that this doesn't happen just because you place your evil eye down in any random area. Make sure you place your cams down in places that are hard for the enemy team to reach and destroy it, but at the same time a good enough placement to benefit you and your team. This is a common mistake people usually make, as they see Maestro's evil eye as a full offensive type gadget. It really isn't. It more serves as like an intel and reconnaissance type of camera. So make sure you use it as so. Maestro is a fairly new operator, so a lot of cam placements might not be known to you guys, but do your best to find out any good camera placements and share them with the community. The freedom you get with Maestro's evil eye is the same freedom you get with Valkyrie's cams. But like your cameras, you are limited to the amount you get, and you only get 2, so make sure you're placing it in the right spots. My other best way to use Maestro's evil eyes are to use them as intel and prevent the enemy team from pushing in from a certain route. This final tip is pretty self-explanatory, so long as you guys know the map. Just don't place the cams too far away from the sites that you're defending, as this doesn't really allow you to do too much in terms of forcing the enemies in a different direction. Placing the cameras closer to the sites that you're defending pressures the enemy team a lot more, as opposed to putting the cams further away, because it forces them to make quicker decisions and think on their feet. Just because you're defending a site doesn't mean you don't have to put any pressure on the enemy team. Placing as much pressure as possible on the offensive side will allow you to have more time and space to work things out in your favor. Okay, so to quickly recap, the 2 best ways to use Maestro's gadgets are to prevent the enemy team from using their thermite or Hibana charges on reinforced walls protecting the site, and to force enemies to relocate their route that they're taking towards the objective. As long as you follow and abide by these 2 useful tips, you will become a Maestro Master in no time. So thank you guys for watching the video. I know it's been a short one, but there's really not too much to talk about when it comes to these 2 operators' gadgets, as they're pretty self-explanatory and relatively simple to use. My next video will be similar to this one. It said we'll be covering Alibi's gadgets for holograms and the best ways to use them. Well, those are my 2 most useful ways to use Maestro's gadgets. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and be sure to drop a like and leave a comment if you have any questions. We're almost at 300 subscribers, so I'm thinking about maybe putting out a montage or something to celebrate that. But that's about it for today. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. Come back for more Rainbow Six Siege tips and tricks. It's been your boy Maestro'S, and I'll see you guys next time.
has been eliminated.